Greetings, I'm Chappers.
And I'm the captain.
And it's very exciting here in this little tiny room at Andertons
It
because we've got my baby.
The Silverback!
Yeah!
At last! It's in production!
Yeah.
It only took 2 years, Rob.
Yes, 2 years, 2 tours, 20 days of live, destroying ears and melting faces to come to the ultimate conclusion that this is the best amp I've ever played in my life, and I love it to pieces. Now, what? My phone?
Your telephone is making the amp.
Oh, no. That's because I'm so incredibly popular with my dad. Now, I have a demonstration of my beautiful amplifier on the Victory Amplification YouTube channel, which I'm very proud of. But also, I went to a studio called The Cove with my buddy Dave, who's my bassist from my band Dorje, and we shot a full-on 7 million year review of everything. So this is a bit of a different kind of a review. A lot of you were asking for a Chappers and Captain review.
Yeah,
here it is.
It's what you're going to get.
But what I thought we'd do, if you don't mind, Lee,
is
myself, Lee, and then Beazle, Rabia McLand, get our own tones and play our own kind of thing to show that although it's my signature amplifier, it's really geared up to be kind of a musical chameleon.
A chameleon?
Yeah.
Like Chuck Norris.
It is like the chameleon. What film's that from?
I should know this, shouldn't I? Do it again.
It is like the chameleon.
Commando.
No, but yes.
I could picture it,
yeah,
and I couldn't think if it was Commando or Predator.
It's like the chameleon. So yeah, silver package. You probably know the spec, but just in case you don't, should we run it down?
What's another famous line from Commando? What does the Indian say or the black guy say? They've all got classic lines, haven't they?
I don't know, because it's been so long since I've seen Commando, which probably is a crime.
In the comments section below,
yes,
we just want
give us your favourite Commando quotes
or Predator quotes.
Yes, Predator's a much better film as far as I'm concerned. It's a 2-channel amplifier.
We like.
I designed this from the point of view of making something that would fit with everything I do. I play instrumental shred. I play in an alternative kind of proggy rock metal band.
Yeah.
And then I do stuff on my own, which is more kind of bluesy
sort of
rock
nursery
traditional.
rhymes and things like
Nursery rhymes,
yeah.
chanting to myself, nodding, yeah, PlayStation. No, I'm talking more about the kind of classic rock, kind of Zeppelin-y Hendrix vibe. So it has to do all of that, and it does very well. Channel 1 is the clean/crunch side.
Yes.
Now I'm going to be referring to other kinds of amplifier it's similar to give you an idea, but I'm not going to mention brand names for the sake of not mentioning brand names. So on this side you get the F-type clean and you get the M-type gainage. And
like vintagey kind of gainage.
Yeah, that kind of vintagey kind of gainage with an 800 kind of vibe. So, and then this side you get the dirty, chewy, saturated love that we all need and require in our life. And if you activate what I've called here the boost, which isn't just a volume boost, it's also a saturation boost. More power. It gets you into the kind of slow dance type area of absolute filth. Now, when I say absolute filth, what I mean is with the gain boost set here, which is at about 1 o'clock. That's all the gain I would ever need, and you knows I likes my gains. We've got an EQ, which is useful. We've got an overdrive master and a clean master, and we've got a beautiful, luscious spring reverberation unit.
Effects loop on the back.
Yeah.
With a mix control.
Yes.
What's this? I found it on the floor somewhere.
It is a self-defense unit to fend off tramps.
If you don't know what this is for, then you haven't watched enough Chappers videos, but basically what happens is it magnetically goes over here, and then it stops nasty people running up and changing where the knobs are supposed to be set, but you've still got access to the switches and to the 2 master volumes.
It also protects the amplifier from the main damage that I've seen to heads in transit on tour, which is having the knobs knocked off.
Yeah.
Which is a real threat nowadays, and people should be warned about that.
Yeah, so protect your knobs.
Yes.
Wear one of these
with the Rob Chapman knob cart.
Patented. And it does something up here too, doesn't it?
I've got a trapdoor.
A trapdoor.
So if you want to change the valves,
who are the things from Trapdoor?
Don't you look me down, Trapdoor?
No, there's a kids program with called Trapdoor and like puppets come out.
You sure that's a kids program, Lee?
Let me unscrew this one.
I'll unscrew this
and
one.
You unscrew this one. And basically what you'll be able to see is that by lifting up this flap here, you have instant access to electrocute yourself immediately.
Yes.
So don't do that whilst it's turned on.
Now, what I like is that you can get a full masculine Chapman-sized hand in the top of there and pull out your valves and do all sorts of things when it's off. And that makes me feel good about life on the road for my tech, long-suffering tech Pablo, because poor old Pabs, he has to do so much for me, and he's a great guy, and that makes it easier for him or anybody else. So, that's all they need to know, isn't it?
That's all they need to know. Let's hear it.
Other than it's 50 watts or it's 15 watts.
Oh, yes, that's true. I like that switching, because I always thought 50 to 25 doesn't bring it down enough.
It doesn't bring it down enough.
50 to 50.
And in fact, it's a little bit less than 15 watts.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a little bit less. Now, I wanted to call it, or I thought about calling it bedroom and stage, but I thought that sounded a bit weird, really. Yeah, it doesn't sound very good. I can't tell you what Lee just said to me, but it was rude. But yeah, so if you imagine that's your home setting and then that's your live setting, you're just going to get more headroom. It's still very loud in the low 15 watt setting.
Foot switchability is channel select, boost on and off, and reverb on and off.
Yes. So the clean channel, you can put it out and you can get a crunch. Basically, we've chosen 2 tones each of the favourite tones we can get from this amplifier, although there are obviously many tones, but to get this into a YouTube-sized video that makes you feel good, Facebook, then YouTube. Then that's what we've done. So I've got 2 of my favourite tones. The first one is the 800 type tone in the clean channel. When I have, oh, by the way, I own a guitar company called Chapman Guitars, and sometimes
you're joking. You kept that under your hat, didn't you?
I know, man.
Unbelievable.
I should have told you about that. Sometimes I get to phone up the factory of my friend Lee here, who also owns Chapman Guitars with me, and we go, oh, what about if we made a one-off prototype just to test out a couple of little features?
Well, basically we like the colour of Rob's ML3 and thought it might look nice on an ML1. So
this is the black stained mahogany body.
You might see those later this year.
Oh, is that a compound radius?
It might be, and an angled back headstock.
Oh, is that
goodness
an angled back headstock?
me.
Yeah.
So you might see some of these features on another guitar at some point later this year.
At some point. Anyway.
But don't ask any questions about it because it's not for sale for ages.
Yeah, don't ask any questions about that feature that you're bound to ask questions about.
Forget it.
They didn't see anything.
They didn't see anything.
So, yeah, anyway, here is the clean channel pulled out to give you the 800 type tone on a low volume with everything the way it should be. It's got that little bit of crispiness to it, so you can play your beautiful kind of... Oh, it's great. It's great.
But let's go.
Full force.
Full force.
This is my boosted lead widdly diddly 80s type vibe.
Avec Boost.
Avec Boost, yes. Which we were going to call Torch originally, but unfortunately
we couldn't. Back a few years then.
We are going back, couldn't call it Torch though. Something I wanted to say quickly is that this is the brightest sounding amplifier from the Victory range. They're all great sounding amps. Don't take that to mean that they're muddy. It's just I like a very bright sound from my amp. So this can be very bright and very cutting, or it can be thick and you feel it percussively in your chestal area. So here is the filth, brought to you by the Boosted Overdrive channel. It's just thick and dirty.
What does it sound like without the boost, or do you not tend to use that?
Well, no, I use all of it, obviously. Without the boost, it's like this. I've got it dialed in so that the overdrive channel is just enough for a squeal.
Yeah.
Just enough for a squeal. If you put it in the boost.
And we should mention at this point, there's no pedals.
No.
Reverb is coming from the amplifier.
Yeah. Here's like stupid amounts of reverb. And here is stupid amounts of gain. But you'll notice that neither of them is over the top.
No, it doesn't go mush, does it?
No. Right, that's me. Obviously, I play this thing all day long on everything I do. I love it to pieces. Let's get Captain his 2 favourite tones.
Back in the room. Got a Captain here. I've gone for the clean channel on the Silverback pushed in, so much more clean headroom. So I'm going to... Actually, it's still a tiny bit of...
There is some creamy filth in there.
Yeah.
If you wanted it to be crystal clean, obviously you'd hide and you'd back off the gain.
We've got the gain quite, it's still on 1 o'clock, isn't it? But if I finger pick, it's clean, and if I kind of pick... Just a smidgen. And then I've gone for a much cleaner drive sound. So we've taken the boost off and we've got the gain at like 9 o'clock or sort of just over 9 o'clock on the overdrive channel. And this will give you that kind of... What I'm going to attempt to do is play a little rhythm thingy with a Ditto Looper.
Ooh. And
then noodle over the top of it. Still probably take me about 53 times to get this correct, so bear with me.
Some of the best playing I've heard you do.
There we go.
That was awesome. There were a couple of little modal notes in there that took me by surprise.
So there we go. Well, that's I don't know who I've ripped that off, and apologies if it was you. But there we are. So that's, I must admit, I mean that's the nuts, isn't it? I mean that's my classic sort of. I love that sound where if I pick soft, you probably guys know by now. If I pick soft, it's pretty. And if I pick hard, and it's, I love that. I mean, I suppose what I could also do here, I don't know if this is even still going. Let's. Sounds
You know what I'm
immense.
really enjoying is it really sounds like you,
It
and then
suits
when
me,
I'm
doesn't
playing
it?
through it, it really sounds like me, and that's the idea, you know.
And we're still all on the low power. I'm kind of. Do you mind if I just
Whack,
sort of?
dude, whack it up.
So I've put it on the high mode now, just because you know, sometimes I find that the high mode gives you a little bit more bass end. But actually, I'm surprised. Tonally, the characteristics of the amp haven't changed terribly, other than the fact that it's just louder, you know. Oh, that's a lot more bass end though, there, isn't it? A lot more bass end. So this is the sort of the gain sound now on the high output mode. Oh, that's a lot louder.
Now, what Lee was saying is there's so much bass end, but of course he's taken all the mid out. So what you might find is what you're sensing is lack of bass. Of lots of bass is actually lack of mid. I would have a lot more mid in my guitar.
Dial it in. Oh yeah, they're the kind of the problem is solved, isn't it? I think the thing that I've noticed on all the Victory stuff, to be honest with you, is just
this does stuff.
Yeah, don't sort of go, oh well, all my amps I have here. You know, you've got to match it to the cab, you've got to match it to the guitar, to your style, the amount of gain you're likely to use.
Yeah.
Good job, Rob.
Thank you, sir.
You've certainly.
I'm very, very happy and proud of it.
Yeah.
Let's try Rebleasel.
Who?
Honestly, that was some of your best playing.
Sounds great, I think, doesn't it?
Okay, so we got Rebleasel. Hi. Rabia Masad from Dorje, and from all sorts of other things, including Panama Cabs, Chapman Guitars, and himself. And you've chosen 2 tones.
I've chosen 2 tones.
Tell us what we've got.
I've got pushed clean, quite a lot of gain on it. We'll start over on the clean channel, and it's because I'm coil tapping my guitar. So you're not. It's just a bit like, a little bit chewy for that kind
Reminds me of people like Philip Sace.
Yeah.
That's what you're going for, isn't it?
It's really rhythmical.
And how completely different from the tone that Lee got and the tone that I got as well.
Yeah,
It sounds nothing like it. And then what's the other tone you've chosen?
The other tone I chose was, to start with, just a kind of rock rhythm. Somewhere in between, you can play all that. And then if you want, you can again get that kind of it's just like a more exaggerated version of the clean.
Yeah. And what's your lead tone?
I just hit the boost on, so I haven't touched the gain, but the gain boost is sort of where is that? It's like kind of halfway between 1 and 2.
1:30.
Yeah.
What I found really humbling and exciting was that Rabia wants one of these.
Yeah, no, I do because what I like about it is that you've got gain stages, which is something I really like. Even though it's 2-channel, you have 2 channels with 2 gain stages, and that's good because it means that you can, if you've got a foot switch, you can kind of go, because I use a lot of delay and stuff in Dorje and stuff like that, so I like to have something that can be clean with my delay and sound nice and ambient, and then just hit the gain stage on the same channel and get a bit more push clean, still using delay to get a bit more dynamic, and then the same thing, you've got a rock rhythm tone or heavy tone, and then you just slap on the boost on the floor and you've got a lead boost.
It's kind of cool because I met Rabia right at the very beginning of the Silverback project. Literally, I think I'd only been contacted about it by Martin Kidd a couple of months after I met you. So it's pretty cool because Bia's seen the whole kind of thing, the whole vibe. And it's been exciting to see it develop, and I'm excited that he wants one as well, which is very cool.
You should try them out, definitely. I would definitely recommend trying one out.
Thanks, dude. Anyway, I've been Rob.
I've been Rabia.
We bid you farewell.